Hey, this is Psylacus, and today I want to show you the brand new Corsair 350D. Down below are the links. You can support me by buying it there. Also gives you an easy way of finding out whatever you like watching. So today I want to kind of cover with you the 350D, go through it, show you where the fans are, some of the things you might face whenever you're doing your build, some of the challenges, cool design elements, stuff like that. Anyway, let's turn on the camera so we can check it out. Alright, and the case itself shows you a breakout of the actual unit itself. The different bay drives, filters, fans, all the other unique stuff that goes along with it. Basically a blowout version of it so you can see what all goes in it. On the other side shows you a little bit about it, some of the specs. Has micro ATX on the top here. Shows you that it's the windowless version. There's a window and a windowless version. I happen to have the windowless version here. So if you don't want to see inside of it, this is the one you want. So let's get it unboxed. Okay, and the case itself, very nice and black. This is the windowless version. Comes a little baggie that has the manual. Shows you what all the stuff is that comes inside of the actual kit itself. Another exploded view of it. So the very front of it has a nice metal frame front with the plastic side pieces all the way around. The metal sheet is nice and cold to the touch, so you definitely know it's metal. Has a Corsair logo, 2 USB 3.0s, your audio jacks, activity lights here at the top. So one of the cool things I've noticed is that if you push down on this, you can pop out this tray. It shows you that it's got a plastic backing with a thin sheet of metal. I guess that's the way they can keep the cost down and still give you that nice metal finish. Has a fan filter here that pops out, revealing the dual 140 or dual 120s. Your option. They give you a 140 in there to start with. Pretty easy to get in and out of. You put the little plastic clips down on it. Be careful because they are plastic. You don't want to be too rough with it. Side panel, basic. Has your 120 outlet. If you have water cooling options right there. If you need to pass through, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCIe lanes for your micro ATX solution, standard ATX power supply, and perforations for venting along the side. On the top here you have a spot for 2 120s or a 140. If you have the H100 or H80s, you should be able to get them all in here. Corsair has taken care of any of their new cases to be sure that they can fit their line of cooling options. They have thumb screws on the back here, so you can help you remove the side panels. Slide it back and off. It comes off just like so. We'll set it off to the side for now. Remove those, and this pops off as well. The metal is decently thick. It's got the little ribbings here so that it can connect to the side of the case so you get a firm hold. Nothing too crazy inventive here, just a nice sturdy piece of metal. Okay, now we're into the skeletals of the case. So the case itself has a nice open cutout so you can mount your motherboard, then mount your cooling without having to try to do it with a motherboard and then put the motherboard in with all of it. Has twisty ties here with all the extra accessories that come with it. You have your USB 3.0, your HD audio, and then all your standard HDD, LED, Power SW, such like that. Pass-throughs for some cable management are down here, which is very nice, so that way you can loop them out the back, come up to the top, as long as your cables from your power supply are nice and long. So you have, right up in here, you have your normal CD-ROM, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever it is, trays up here, as well as SSD trays there, and your removable HDD trays, which you can also convert, so choose. Little box inside has all your little screws from the manual shown inside of here, which is nice. Gives you a good internal view of the actual case itself. So you have lots of space here for your micro ATX. It's not quite as big as those ATX or eATX, which would come down almost its entire length of this case. You got a 128mm fan here. It doesn't have Corsair branding on the fan, so most likely it is one of theirs, maybe one of their lower end solutions. I'd have to check back to see, but still overall nice looking fan. The fan here is branded Corsair, which is quite nice. Overall, a very nice basic case with nice clean lines. Nothing too frilly. Some of the cases out there have a lot of plastic on them, go a little crazy. This is a very, very modern, sleek looking case with your general options that you need to that include USB 3.0, lots of cooling fan design here. It doesn't have any options to mount fans because it's a solid door, but it shouldn't be an issue in most cases because you already have airflow coming from this side of this here. I'm interested to see how the air will pass through the front of this that effectively with the 140 and dual 120s in the front without making too much noise. But at least there's an option here that you've got the cooling here situation at the top, so if you have a sealed water-cooled loop that you have it up top here. Or if you decide to make your own custom loop that you can design it and put the radiator here at the top and still have a nice small form factor. Anyway, this is the Corsair 350D, and this is the internals of the case itself. Once again, this is Psylacus, and thanks for watching my overview of the Corsair 350D. Once again, if you want to support me, you can check out the links below. Anything you buy using my links directly supports me, keeps the lights on, keeps me getting new stuff, and continuing to do these reviews. Anyway, if you got any questions, put them down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.